Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to game 2 of a best of 3 between Mith.Trust and Pacific 2 Bad Boys. This is GEST August and September of 2013. Thank you of course to the sponsors of the Gigabyte Esports Tournament, Gigabyte themselves, Western Digital, Corsair, and of course the Dota Talk for very kindly allowing me to cast this. So yes, welcome. Game 1 was taken by Mith.Trust, something that you will be able to see when the game starts in this little thingy up here. So everyone can ask me constantly and it'll be really funny. But yeah, it was a pretty, well, a very aggressive game by both teams. Both of them just kind of, you know, wanting to get as many kills as possible, as fast as possible. And maybe we're going to see that type of play again. I would assume we will. Both teams got a fair, both teams got a lot of Midas. I think there's 3 Midases in the game total, which is quite a lot if you think about it, but the game still ended by 22 minutes, just because, you know, once they hit about level 6, Mith.Trust just started pushing really aggressively, and Pacific 2 Bad Boys just didn't have the farm to kind of counteract that. And I guess we're going to see this game what they go for, if they're going to go for a more, well, streamlined lineup, I guess. If they're going to say, hey, we want to push, or hey, we want to gank, hey, we want to have a wombo combo team fight, we're going to have to see what they go for. But ban out of the Batrider, ban out of the Nyx Assassin, pretty standard. Pacific 2 Bad Boys actually had first pick last time. They got the Batrider, but they didn't manage to utilize it perfectly.
Dire team
but I guess we're going to have to see what they do this game. I mean, Batrider's going to be banned out, so that's all good. No problem with that. Darkseer also banned out, so Darkseer was actually ignored until the final banning phase last game, but I guess Mith.Trust this game may be planning on picking up a hero that gets countered by the Darkseer, maybe going for something like a Phantom Lancer or an Anti-Mage, possibly. Though I don't think so. Normally they pick up, you know, something like the Dragon Knight like last game, or just a very push-oriented, aggressive lineup. And they're going to ban out the OD as the last one. So
Radiant team pick.
Well, pretty standard bans. Gonna have to see what they pick up first. They could go for something like the Weaver. They could go for something like even something like the Chen potentially. Nagasaren's still in the pool, and she's a great team fight hero, good counter initiation. And she's still a tier 1 hero. Interestingly enough, the Elder Titan has been pretty much ignored today. In the Chinese scene and in the European scene, he's becoming kind of a first pick, first ban material, but in the Southeast Asian scene, he's not as popular yet, which is pretty interesting when you think about how, well, I guess how the metagame shifts depending on the regions. Just something I like. But they're going to go for the Nagasiren first, so pretty standard for them. Probably going to run her as a support in the tri-lane. Visage is still in the pool, so maybe Pacific 2 are going to pick that up just to kind of deny it from Mith.Trust, because Nagasiren and Visage are 2 very strong supports when comboed together. Like we saw last game, Nagasiren just held them down, Mith.Trust picked up the Razor, and just Nagasiren with the holding them down with the ensnare meant the Razor could just steal all of their damage, so
reserve time.
Very nasty combo that Mith.Trust really utilized to its full effect. But Pacific 2 really thinking about this pickup. I mean, maybe we're going to see something like the Alchemist picked up, or the Wisp! Wisp and Alchemist! Okay! I could dig it!
Team pick.
So, that's something that I was kind of hoping to see. I mean, both teams are fond of the Wisp. I've seen it picked up a couple of times by both of them. And the Alchemist, I mean, everyone knows I'm not the biggest fan of the Alchemist. With the Wisp, I think, though, he should be able to do pretty good. Just in that he'll be able to kind of keep him alive in team fights, you know, juke him around, and plus he'll give him the ability to, once he gets at the Shadow Blade, they can kind of TP him and someone else. So you can kind of TP him, the Wisp and the Alchemist. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired at the moment. I'm trying to get my thoughts streamlined. Nobody wanted to co-cast with me, so I really apologise if I'm not making much sense. I'm doing my best. But the Wisp and the Alchemist, I mean, if they can get the farm up on the Alchemist, him and the Wisp will be able to just dominate everything. But it's just going to depend on how well they can defensively tri-lane this Alchemist. Because an offensive tri-lane with an Alchemist or Wisp is kind of hard to run. Just because it's not like a CK Wisp where you can kind of get the tether stun off reliably. They're going to have to rely completely on the Alchemist hitting the stun, so that's going to be hard. And the other problem with picking up Alchemist at this moment, though I am pretty excited to see how they do this, is the Nagasarian Ensnare plus the Riptide, because Alchemist really falls fast to negative armor. He's got virtually no, I think he's got 1 or 2 base armor, and he's not that strong until he gets up his ultimate, so he's really weak to negative armor, and the Nagasarian is, you know, a hero that kind of locks him down and then steals all of his armor, so that's something they're going to have to worry about. But if they can win this, you know, at least survive in this tri-lane, if Mith.Trust, for example, just run a passive tri-lane and let the Alchemist free farm, he should be able to get up enough core items to help out in the mid game, and then they could potentially snowball. So excited to see what Pacific 2 do with this. And looking at the rest of the bands, we're going to be seeing Weaver banned out, Chen and Nature's Prophet, so a lot of pushing heroes being banned out on the side of Mith.Trust, and just general carry heroes that combo well with the Nagasarian and the Visage being banned out. I'm interested to see if they'll ban out the Razor, since they did just get dominated by AABBA's Razor last game, but they might just leave it in the pool. Maybe. Maybe they think AABBA is going to be bored of it. I mean, AABBA is also a fantastic Queen of Pain player. He's a very strong Queen of Pain player, so maybe we're going to see them you know, ban out the Queen of Pain instead, rather than him getting that. And Mith.Trust banning out the pushing heroes just kind of, you know, says that they might be going for a bit more of an aggressive lineup, wanting to get pick-offs, rather than going for more of a pushing lineup. And so they don't really want Pacific 2 bad boys to be able to get those pushing heroes themselves, because it's hard to get pick-offs when you're kind of 5-manning. If you're going to be versing 5-man, you want to get team fight. If you want to get pick-offs, you want to ban out the team fight, ban out the pushing heroes, and let them kind of go for split pushing style, I guess, or just general, you know, tri-core type thing. But they're thinking about this last ban, and I mean, Puck is another one. I mean, there's so many heroes left in the pool. They get about the Life Stealer, so that's the next thing I was going to say, is that the Life Stealer is still in the pool, so they could go for a bit of a combo with him. And since Mith.Trust, you know, they've got a couple of picks left up their sleeve, they could have gone for, you know, the Life Stealer next pick, and then, you know, a Storm or a Queen of Pain or a Puck or a TO, you know, anything that combos really well with that Life Stealer. So banning him out just kind of ensures that they're not going to have to deal with that level of annoyingness. And they're going to go for the Timbersaw, so a nice offlane hero. Since the most recent nerf, he has kind of been, I wouldn't say ignored, he does get picked up and he does get banned out a significant amount. Last game we did see him banned out first, but he's not as strong as he used to be. But if Mith.Trust don't pick up a dedicated stunner for the tri-lane carry, it does mean he'll be able to try lane against that tri-lane, you know, fairly without too much worry, because he can use that Timber Chain to get away. Nagasarian's Snare only lasts for 2 seconds at level 1, so he has to survive 2 seconds of nukes, which he can do, and then he's, you know, home free just to be able to Timber Chain and run away. So this kind of puts the onus on Mith.Trust to either pick up a a tri-lane farmer that has a stun, maybe something like a Sven, or just accept that they're not going to be able to shut the Timbersaw down. But I mean, the thing about Timbersaw as an offlane hero is that he can definitely survive, but if the supports do really well and just keep pulling the lane, keep stopping him from getting experience, there's really not that much that he can do. He needs to get a fast level 6 and then help out ganking, which is why usually, or not usually, but you often see Timbersaw picked up when you know it's going to be a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. Oh, they're going to put him mid. They could put him mid. That's another option. But when you've got a Wisp and an Alchemist, you probably don't want to have a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation, because Wisp and Alchemist, like I was saying, is not the well, they're not very strong tri-lane heroes, and especially not an aggressive tri-lane when they have a Nagasarian and a Visage. So I'm a little bit worried for Pacific 2 bad boys. How are they going to lane this Timbersaw is the question. But Mith.Trust is going to pick up the Puck. Very strong hero, and Mith.Trust really do like, you know, having that Puck in the mid lane. The AABBAA playing him, and you know, it suits his very aggressive style of play.
10 seconds remaining.
Since he does like to, you know, get a couple of levels and then just go ganking like we saw last game. But Pacific 2 bad boys are actually going to pick up the Queen of Pain in response to this. And typically a Puck should beat a Queen of Pain. though in some certain circumstances the Queen of Pain will lose to the Puck. But I mean, on the whole, a Puck should dominate a Queen of Pain, because Queen of Pain really wants to get close, up close and personal with you, where you can just silence her so she can't blink away. Puck's got a whole bunch of nukes that's kind of easier to aim when they're standing right in front of you, and he's got a stun as well, so if she blinks away out of the tether, then she's gonna probably die. Plus he can dodge all of her nukes with his phase shift, so I mean, ideally there's no reason why a Puck should lose to a Queen of Pain.
Reserve time.
But we're gonna have to see, because Pacific G Bad Boys would not have picked up the Queen of Pain just to put him mid and kind of forsake his farm. Hey, and there's a Sven pickup. I totally called it. Yay for Lily. But yeah, so Sven's going to be the tri-lane farmer, and this does mean Timbersaur's going to have a very hard time running in the offlane if he does go in a 1v3 situation. Oh. But, I mean, we saw yesterday Miracle playing that Sven as a carry. He just rocked the boat, I'll put it that way. No, he absolutely dominated for the whole game, just running amok and getting ultra kills and rampages, and I mean, it really does show that Sven is still a relevant carry if he can get the farm that he needs, and he should be able to. So there's really no reason why Mith.Trust would have to run an aggressive tri-lane, because Sven can really pretty easily out carry an Alchemist in the early game. Alchemist needs maybe, I don't know, a couple of items, maybe 3 or 4 items, something like a Shadow Blade, sometimes a Battle Fury, a Basher and AC, something like that, to be able to kind of carry effectively, whereas a Sven has got the God Strength and the stun and an inbuilt cleave, so to kind of become a carry, he, fulfill his carry potential, he just needs maybe treads and a drum, something like that. So it's a lot easier for him to kind of it's very easy for him to carry a lot earlier. Come online early in the Alchemist, that's what I mean to say. Anyway, Bad Boys need one more support to lane with this Alchemist and Wisp. We might see them pick up something defensive, like maybe a Dazzle for extra armor, LOA potentially. I probably wouldn't see a Treant Protector. Treant Protector might actually do okay with all the AoE they've got coming out.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, the options are really open at the moment.
5 seconds remaining.
What I might do, guys, no, they're going to go for the Rubik. So they definitely are a fan of Rubik. Most Filipino teams, most Asian teams, honestly, are a big fan of the Rubik. So pretty standard pickup, and he will add a little bit more defensive potential to the tri-lane with the Alchemist, the Wisp, and the Rubik. They're just going to have to watch out. I think Mith.Trust are better to just run at passive tri-lane, get core items on the Sven, and then just go for full ganking power. But they might decide, hey, we've got a Visage, we've got a Naga, we've got a Sven, let's just do this. Let's do this, guys, and then put like a fist bump in, and then everyone goes, yeah! And then they go aggressive tri-lane. Because that's how Dota works. But if they don't, then they're just going to get enough farm. All they need. I might go get a drink of water. That's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to be like 10 seconds, get a drink of water, and then I'll go through the players. I'm losing my voice. Okay, so I'm back, and I have a partially better voice now. Isn't that exciting? So a Clink's pickup as their last pick. I'm honestly not sure how this is going to work out for Clink's against Timbersaw. This kind of cements the fact that I thought that maybe Mith.Trust were going to be running that aggressive tri-lane. We'll have to see with the items and how they go, but you can't really leave a Clinks in an offlane against that tri-lane. He's going to get destroyed. So they might be going for just a Clinks versus Timbersaw, and I don't know how that's going to go. I haven't seen that lineup before. I would honestly guess that the advantage is going to be going to the Timbersaw, because he can just shrug off all of the attack damage using his regeneration, his passive. But I'm not sure how the physical armor interacts with the passive. Not the searing arrows, how that interacts with the passive. But I'll just go through the players quickly. On the side of Mith.Trust, we have got T and K playing the Sven. Bang Roti will be on the Naga Siren. Oh. No, maybe they're just switching it off completely. Puck is going to be played by AABBAA. SD is going to be playing that Visage. And LK is going to be on that Clinks. And it might be support Sven farming Naga. I don't know. On the side of Pacific Bad Boys, Pacific 2 that is, we have got Mr. Nivek going to be playing the Wisp. Alchemist is going to be played by Sky. Lennon is going to be playing that Timbersaw offlane. Rubik is going to be played by Mr. Puka Puka. And mid Queen of Pain is going to be played by Showstopper. So it looks like it's actually going to be a support Sven rather than a farming Sven. And Naga Siren's going to be the farming one at the tri-lane.
30 seconds to battle.
In terms of this tri-lane versus tri-lane, I'm still going to give the advantage to Mith.Trust, purely because a Wisp in a tri-lane is just really not that strong. Though, the supports are just kind of running around the mid lane. Not too much to see there.
The battle begins.
No, great, now I'm seeing things too.
Oh, great, now I'm seeing things too. Oh, I need to change the overlay. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Don't worry. Getting a drink of water like screwed me over. I'm sorry, overlay's changed now. Alright, so Clinks versus Timbersaw. Like I said, I feel like the advantages are going to go to the Timbersaw with that reactive armor, but I'm not sure of the mechanics between Searing Arrows and his reactive armor, so it might be the case that Clinks actually does not, his Searing Arrows ignore the extra armor. I wouldn't think it does because it's physical, but I mean I guess it does ultimately do a lot of damage anyway, just adding like plus 60 damage, is it? 50 damage? It's quite a lot. And in mid lane ABBA against Showstopper, like I said, I think Puck has the advantage, but the first couple of levels Queen of Pain and him are going to be on even footing. So that's going to come down to last hitting ability, if they can kind of get equal denies last hits. And it looks like Queen of Pain is kind of leading the charge at the moment, doing some nice baiting, and wow, ABBA is going so aggressively right now. Oh no, he does have the creep wave on his side, so he's going to be able to hit her down quite a lot. One hit and she's going to be dead, and no, he's forced her back out. However, she has got that salve up. He can't salve up quite yet because of the... Whew. Oh, actually, on top lane, we're also going to see initiation. SD getting hit down quite hard. Mr. Nivek is going to be able to back off, and there's not going to be any exchange of kills for that. But it looks like they're both playing quite aggressively on each other. Sven, out of mana already, so he's going to back off to just regenerate. And I'm sorry about the overlay, guys.
Too bad.
Anyway, so Puck in mid lane now. Queen of Pain is actually doing a decent job against him with the denies and last hits, and in terms of damage, it's negligible, but she does have a little bit more damage than her than Puck. But I mean, ultimately, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. You can see he's kind of desperately using his nukes last hit, but I mean, that's a nice little illusory orb there, just giving him the ability to go pick up that rune. He doesn't have the bottle yet. He didn't go for a rush on it. They're both kind of equal in terms of how close they are to the bottle. Queen of Pain, no, they're actually dead equal, and this double damage is going to help him quite a lot, being able to get back on top with last hits and denies. And on bot lane, not much happening. Actually, now they're going to go defend the pool. So they did deward. They had a ward here on the side of Mith.Trust. It was dewarded using this ward here, and now it's just going to deward the deward to stop the pool. I would have... Oh, double disconnect. I would have liked if they just kind of physically stood here for the one, you know, until the crave spawned, and then use the deward, so it would block 2 times rather than only blocking 1 time. But, you know, I think they decided they just want to get back into lane and help out the Naga. And I mean, in terms of farm, Naga's doing okay. She's 9-2 compared to 4-0, and you can see already Alchemist has got picked up a magic wand, so if he does get, well, stick, so if he does get initiated on, he will be able to have a little bit better of a chance surviving. In the mid lane, Puck just playing very aggressively. And on bot lane, this is lane I'm kind of interested in seeing. So LK 16-6, 9-0 on the Timber Sword, but he has picked up a bottle already. And it looks like the reactive armor, it does help a bit against the nuking power coming out from the Clinks, and Clinks is already out of mana, so he's probably going to be forced to pick up maybe a Bazzy ring, maybe a Soul Ring. Both of them are pretty, going for the Soul Ring. So Soul Ring first item choice on the Clinks, pretty standard choice on that respect, and it will mean he's going to be able to spam so much more onto Lennon. But of course, once Lennon hits level 5 or 6, he's going to be able to dive this Clink so aggressively. I mean, he should be able to drop the Clinks down, because Clinks is not a tank hero. Actually, on top lane, we're going to see Initiation, stun coming out from the Alchemist, Tether flying out, going to be able to, nope, first one is going to actually go to the Visage, using that stun coming out from TNK, as well as the Visage Soul Assumption nuke on the Wisp, just drops him down very, very quickly, and possibly not the best initiation, and mid lane, Puck getting very, very low as well. Showstop actually going to go in, beautiful dodge coming out from the Puck, and he is going to be able to get away, or is he going to die from this? He's got... No. Oh my god, Queen of Pain Queen of Pain is going to die to the creep. But she got the experience, she got the gold from the kill first, so... I would say that went in favour of Queen of Pain, but Puck there, you can see he wanted, it was like 1 second, 0.5 a second, but he is going to rotate back to the lane a lot faster. Queen of Pain cannot afford a teleport scroll, so this does mean that AABBA has that in his favour. I think she might have bought her boots before she died, possibly, or she might have just bought them now, but I mean that's going to give him an extra wave or two of experience that Queen of Pain is not going to be getting, so he should hit level 6, maybe at the same time as her, since she did get the experience from the kill, like I just said. And on bot lane now, LK, he's hit level 6, he does not have enough mana, no he does, he has a Soul Ring, he just said that, so he's probably going to rotate into the jungle and just use his ultimate to steal something. And Alchemist now on top lane, Nagasara trying to get the net off, but she's not fast enough, she's going to go pick up her boots.
I thank you.
Visage they're just thanking the creeps, and the pull coming out from Pacific is really making it hard for them to get any farm. I mean that's the hardest part of running an aggressive trial lane is when they just kind of pull it, and I don't even know what they were pulling then, since they had a block here, but it's interesting. I wish I'd see that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And might actually see Initiation going off in the sky. Stun is going to be flying out. Nice lift defensively coming out from Rubik, and a lot of damage coming out, but Nagasaran trying to dodge that, and Sky running for his life, going to get nuked down by the Visage there now, and Nivik or whatever might be in a little bit of trouble. He has got the tether up. ST playing so aggressive, he doesn't really matter though to use the nuke, so he's just taking a lot of damage for nothing. And Wisp now potting up, saying, hey, let's go a little bit aggressively. He's got the balls flying out. The spirits trying to take down TNK, and TNK is going to fall now to Rubik. And Alchemist is back into lane, stun flying out, going to get a kill off on SD. Wisp says, let's keep going, but no, everyone else is like, no, let's keep farming. And Wisp is now going to drop a nice cute portal ward into the lane, just to play a little bit more defensively. So, I mean, ultimately that was a great trade for side of Pacific. So much overextension coming out from Mith.Trust. They did manage to take out the Alchemist, but then Alchemist respawned and they got 2 kills from that on the Visage, as well as the Sven. But you know, they couldn't ask for more. And we're going to see rotation coming in from SD at mid lane, just going to put some wards down. Clinks is doing pretty good on farming, he's already up to 39 CS, it's 7 minutes into the game. And yeah, just going to use his ultimate on the creeps, he's not going to bother going to the jungle. Negasarian got some tranquils. Being a little cheeky girl, isn't she? Just getting the tranquil aura. That's a cheeky little trick there. Disassembling it to get the tranquil aura, and then reassembling it to well, it's not an aura. It's a buff, I guess. Get the tranquil buff, and then reassembling it into a Bazzy ring to get the mana. Very, very sneaky. And in mid lane, ABBAA versus the Queen of Pain. It's been essentially dead even. Queen of Pain is now level 7. Puck is level 7 as well. And we might be seeing a kill. I mean, Puck is max the silence as you would expect when you're versing Queen of Pain. And she's obviously very afraid. She knows if she goes in, if Puck gets that silence off, she's probably going to die. But meanwhile, oh god, LK, there's a rape train coming towards you. And Initiation going to go off. They don't have any reveal though, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be able to nuke him down. Oh, they do actually. They have a sentry right there. They're going to be able to nuke him down so quickly, and that's kind of the problem with a hero like Clinks, who is just so squishy. Probably is going to need wards, but now they know that Alchemist is all alone at the top lane. He's even thrown down the Acid Spray before running and hiding in the trees, but I mean, heroes like Sven, Nagasari, and Visage, they're not scared. They're going to be able to dive this. And SD now wants to go for a dive. But no, he's just going to be hiding behind the tower. Queen of Pain now going to go into mid lane. Puck, oh, he's going to drop from that. The tether coming out with the spirits. This is going to do way too much damage and he's going to fall. So really nice rotations coming out from the supports here. They're managing to pick off both the solo heroes, and now Clinks is even a little bit afraid of Lennon. Doing some dewarding though on the side of Mith.Trust, because they see Queen of Pain. She's going to be running for her life now, going towards the bot rune, even though there's nothing there. Now rotation coming in from Puck, who has actually got an invisibility rune, but Lennon has got some kind of sixth sense. No, he's coming back to lane. So they might be going on him. Level silence will be enough to kill him, and yep, they are going to be able to go in, and Clink's damage is going to drop him down very, very quickly, and that's going to be a return kill onto Lennon. Mid lane, TNK just getting a little bit of farm. He probably wants to hit level 6 very soon. As once he does, actually no, he's going to get initiated on by the Queen of Pain. Tether is going to come off, but it's not going to hit and stun him, but they're going to be diving anyway. Stun going to be going off onto Nivzek, and Puck is joining the fight. He's going to be using his coil, and Visage said join the party. Queen of Pain just going to be able to TP out though behind the tower.
Short-lived creatures.
The value of holding a TP scroll. Top lane, Bunksel OT, picked up Trinkle Boots, picked up a Soul Ring. Just trying to do a bit of harassment, but she's not having such a happy time. Bunksel OT now just farming on bot lane. Lennon versus LK. Lennon is going to be able to get away. LK does virtually no damage, but actually Wisp is coming in now. Initiation with the Queen of Pain. Stun dust going to go off. LK is just going to drop down very, very quickly from this, and Queen of Pain is going to get the last hit. Showstopper using his Shadow Strike damage over time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain back to mid lane, just playing a little bit aggressively on AVA. SD now wanting to go for a kill. Alchemist pops his ultimate, gets a stun up, and he's going to stun himself for the illusion. And boy is his face red. He must feel very silly right now. Sven and SD ready to dive. SD just tanking the creep wave, why not? And rotation Puck coming into bot lane, wanting to get the deny on the tower, just kind of scaring Lennon off. But Clinks is there, and he's going to get stunned from tether, and he's going to drop now. And bot tower is going to fall though to the dire, so they don't manage to get the deny off. Now Nagasari sending her illusion in, just managed to scout them all out, and TNK going to drop his ultimate. Sky going to be coming out. Song of the Siren going to be flying out defensively though. TNK just going to TP out. Oh, SD though might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to steal the speed from the Wisp and run for his life. Nagasari now running as well. Queen of Pain chasing her down. She hasn't got Song of the Siren. She just cast it. She's going to have to be careful because all of those things hitting her is going to drop her down, and she's going to die now to Showstopper. Alchemist is going to stun himself on the backside of that.
Agony.
And, wow, Lennon really does not like SD. Lennon chasing SD down, and ABBA says, yo, this is my lane, get out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What's coming out now from Alchemist? I want to drink some more water. Okay. Man, this guy really does not like SD. Look at that, he's so aggressive. And now he's just hiding behind the tower. He is going to be seen by Puck, and now he says, no, I'm probably a little bit too deep. He's got a regeneration rune though, so he's not too afraid. On top lane, TNK probably Has he got his boots up finally? Yeah, he's got his boots flying out in the courier, so he must be a happy, happy puppy. And if we have a quick look at the gold graph, just 12 minutes into the game, it's pretty much even. It was in favour of Myth, but after losing a couple fights at top, not doing so hot, and experience in favour of Pacific, in fact. Probably due to the nice rotation. Score is 6 to 8, mostly due to the supports just kind of coming around the map and helping out quite a lot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
But TNK coming into mid lane, popping his ultimate, they're going to be taking down mid tower.
Dire's middle tower.
Puck getting the last hit, and that is his blink dagger now, so he will be. Ooh, nice Fen sword. It goes red. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah. So Puck a blinker dagger. He's got his ultimate out. They might try and make a play now, if they can. And yeah, they're healing each other up, ready to start fighting. On the side of Pacific 2, Quop going to be smoked up, going to be catching sight of LK, but he is invisible and she just doesn't really guess what's happening. She's going for the Orchid first, so she's going to be targeting down LK, and LK is going for the Orchid too, so it's probably going to be an Orchid on Orchid situation. But, oh, Showstopper in a little bit of trouble. She is going to get blinked on by Puck Silence, but they don't have enough damage to kill. Oh, she's going to drop though, then breaking the tether. But Puck rotation, sorry, not Puck, Wisp rotation in, they are going to be able to take down ABBA. Visage doing a lot of damage to Rubik, and Rubik might be one to die, but no, he's going to be able to juke away, and Puck going to go back to base. Now, Lennon chasing it down. TNK got a DD rune on him, and TNK gonna throw out that stun, running through that slowing stupid thing, but no, he's gonna be able to get the kill using that just gigantic nuking damage coming out from both of his spells, and he's just gonna be able to walk away. Here was terrible. But meanwhile, Alchemist getting some farm. He's going for that Shadow Blade rush.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Picked up a Shadow Amulet and just needs a little bit more gold. Oh, but now Wisp is just going to get 4 hit down by the Clinks. LNK now says, I'm not afraid to take a step. Everybody. And now he's going to be man-moding onto Showstopper. Can he do it? No, Showstopper's going to throw that ultimate down and says, get out, buddy. I ain't taking none of that from you. Now Wisp's just going to rotate in, heal him up a little bit. Lennon now. Oh no, I missed a kill in mid lane. Gonna be able to take that Queen of Pain out. Zvek running for his life, but they're not gonna be able to catch him because he has got that tether to kind of escape. Queen of Pain obviously trying to pick off that Sven, but not gonna be happening. And now Naga rotating into top lane. Should have been picked up in the Alchemist. Naga going for the Radiance Rush like we saw last game with Naga carry. Apparently Naga's more used as a carry. In the C scene, so that's definitely worth keeping in mind. In in other scenes she's considered a support, but she's been seen primarily as a carry today. That's interesting to think about. And Timbersaw is going to be the target of the night. He's using Timber Chain to get around the map very, very effectively, but he's actually going to walk into all of them. Puck going in silence, going to be able to drop down all the nukes they can. Stun flying out from TNK. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Visage using his Soul Assumption going to score the last hit. And that was a lot for heroes to be able to take down one, but it's definitely worth it because you cannot allow a Timbersaw to snowball. And now, oh, Nagasara might be in a little bit of trouble. She's just going to pop that Song of the Siren though, and just walk into the secret shop and TP away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, she's just going to walk into the secret shop and just stand there and get stunned now by Rubik and die.
You're wasting talent.
Bungso Roti obviously having a little bit of trouble with his hotkeys. SD in mid lane, just kind of getting some farm. On bot lane, going to see initiation going off an LK. He's running for his life. He can't really pop that invisibility, and now Lennon using that timber chain going to be able to score the last hit. AABBA wants blood on Showstopper. You can see him kind of eyeing him aggressively. Familiars can be flying over, but Showstopper smells something is wrong and runs the other direction. Rubik doing some dewarding on bot lane, and Mith.Trust says no. But I don't think they'll be able to catch him in time, with those illusions especially. Nagasiren getting closer and closer to that Radiance. Which would be all important because it does mean she'll be able to increase her farm exponentially, essentially, because she'll be able to send illusions to every single lane, as well as into the jungle and use her main hero to farm too. So it does mean she can farm quite a lot more, and especially if you can get it up before maybe the 20-minute mark. Not that she will be able to, but I mean theoretically if she could, it would be ideal. But even so, getting it up by maybe 25 minutes would be really, really nice. We're actually going to see a smoke coming out now. They're going to be wrapping around and can be behind the Nagasiren to try and keep her a bit protected. We might be seeing a gank. Alchemist is there, his ultimate's up. He's ready to go for a kill, but there's 4 heroes off the map, only Nagasiren is revealed, and actually we're going to be easy initiation going in. Clink's coming around from behind, taking down Sky as fast as they can, but he's so taken. He's going to fall, but not before Wisp TP's in with the Rubik. Rubik getting netted instantly. Bizarre throwing out the stuns, and TNK is going to drop very, very quickly, but Puck now, beautiful ult coming out from the Queen of Pain, managing to catch 2. Oh, Puck is fine, but Lennon going to get the pick off. 3 down on each side. Puck going to be running for his life. Timber Chain, oh my god, how do you kill a Puck? No, ABBA is going to be fine, but there was a 3-for-3 trade. Sven, Visage, and the Clinks in exchange for Puck, Alchemist, and Rubik. So ultimately it was a 3-for-3 trade. I wouldn't really say there's any clear-cut winner with that one.
Is under attack.
Both teams did their bestest. Taking down the Alchemist is always going to be very good, but killing off the Clinks is pretty deadly at this point since he is... I mean, Nagasiren not dying is great, but...
Aha!
Well, I guess thinking about it, I would give that advantage to Myth because they didn't lose the Naga. Or did they? No, they didn't lose the Naga. And I mean, looking at the net worth now, it's kind of spread out fairly evenly. Alchemist and Naga kind of tying head to head. Alchemist should really have a bit more of an advantage since he has Max Greevil's Greed, but since he has been shut down fairly effectively, that has not happened. And looking at the gold graph, going in favour of Pacific, 1,500, due to the Queen of Pain mostly, as well as that Alchemist. And looking at experience, about 3,000, and now Alchemist's going to be killing off a stack that someone has made for him. His AC will be out fairly soon, he's not too far. Especially with killing off stacks like that, really helps him get up very, very quickly. And Nagasiren picked up the relic, she just needs 200. If they can get this tower down, even if she doesn't get the last hit, if she gets this tower down, she will be able to get up that Radiance and start farming. And man, the range on that is huge!
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, just roaming around now, and he's getting closer, slowly but steadily towards that Orchid. But I mean, Queen of Pain's already got hers up, so by the time he gets that Orchid up, he's really going to need an Orchid and a BKB, or else he's going to get nuked down way too quickly. And Naga, so close to the Radiance, but unfortunately there's big rotations coming in. She's just going to TP out in front of all, and they don't have any stun apart from the Rubik, who's too far away to disable her. Naga just using her illusions to get some farm up. She's so close to the Radiance, but she doesn't want to risk dying, and she kind of knows that they're around this area. We do see the Wisp holding out in the trees, and Queen of Pain gonna get a double damage rune. She might see her go for a bit of a kill on someone. Puck is around. Puck going for a Hex, in fact. Or a Lincoln's. Actually, no, they're going to be initiating in on a Sky, and Dust is going to be popped. He's just going to drop very, very quickly to the damage coming out from the Searing Arrows. Queen of Pain now going on to Visage. Nice Visage Familiars getting some stuns off, and she's going to be able to run away. TNK, sorry, TNK, LK still doesn't have... Oh, Silence is actually going to hit her, and she's not too sure where she can go, but nope, she's going to be able to get out. Not enough damage coming out from the Puck. So it was a trade of an Alchemist for a Visage, so honestly a trade that goes in favour of Myth. Taking this Alchemist down is all important, especially because he will have up that AC in just 2,100 gold, which is virtually nothing to an Alchemist.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now Naga in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna see. No, she's just gonna pop that Song of the Siren. She's picked up the Radiance down. She's just gonna TP out. So that's a huge failed gank. They committed 3 heroes, almost 4 heroes to that, with Sky coming over as well. And that's the real problem with... Oh, actually no. We're gonna see initiation going off onto LK. He's gonna get the silence off on the Queen of Pain, but not gonna be enough. And stun gonna hit too. Rubik is here with that invisibility rune as well, and sorry, it's invisibility stolen. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Rubik now going to drop, and ST going to steal the speed from Sky. Going to be running for his life, but now poor TNK is stuck in the middle of 3. He pops his ultimate saying, I'll fight you, no I won't, I'm scared. Puck going to blink in, get stunned instantly, dropping it down some mad orbs. Going to be able to use that jaunt to get away. But now Lennon picking off that poor little Visage. Stun flying out onto the Naga, and Naga's very, very afraid at the moment. She's probably going to drop now just so the nuke's coming out from Lennon. That's a mega kill, double kill going to Lennon. And ABBA actually does manage to pick off Queen of Pain before dying himself. How did he pick off Queen of Pain? He dived. Oh, okay. I probably wasn't expecting that, so I wasn't looking. Lennon really doing work now, though. He's got up his Bloodstone, just picked it up now, make a kill streak, and he's having the time of his life, being able to just pick them off very, very effectively. Visage going to try and delay the push. Clinks is there, he's going to get the silence off onto Lennon. Lennon though just laughs off the damage. Rubik is going to lift up on LK. LK not going to really be worried. He's going to do a nice little TP. TNK really can't do much to stop that. He's already used the stun. Score is 16 to 23. 25 minutes into the game. Lennon just farming, and gold just dropping in favour of Pacific now. Are they going to be able to take this game? They did lose game 1, but this is game 2. They're having a really nice start. Naga Siren has got the Radiance up now. Looks like she's going for the drums. So she potentially could carry this, but I mean, the Queen of Pain is doing quite nice for himself. Alchemist picked up the AC now, 26 minutes AC. Shadowblade Phase Boots doing quite well on farm.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
We're going to see initiation going off onto Lennon. Silence, double silence, stun flying out, and that's going to be the mega kill streak gone. Okay, LK still farming. He probably needs to pick up a BKB. Perfectly honest, he's going for that BKB now, picking up the Ogre Club. Bunksel OT looks like he's going for the drums, but he might be going for a Diffuser Blade, honestly, picking up the Robe of the Magi. He's just kind of hanging out in the bushes there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, got that BKB, gonna see the smoke up. And they want to get bot tower. There's nobody here defending it. Pacific 2 are all kind of hanging out in the jungle together, and AC is picked up on the Alchemist, like I mentioned. But no, Wisp and Alchemist going to TP into all of them. Huge plays. No, they're going to get the Wisp off, killed up instantly. Puka Puka going to be the next one to fall. He does still the spin stun before he drops, but it's not going to be enough. And does onto Sky. Sky's going to be able to run away. Queen of Pain coming in, actually going to be able to pick off ABBA, but Queen of Pain might be dying for this. No, she's going to be able to blink away. No Styles coming out. Now Alchemist comes back into the fight. Stun onto SD. SD is going to drop now. LK running for his life. He does not have his Skeleton Walk, and Lennon so scary. Now Queen of Pain can get the silence off onto him, and that's going to be 4 down. Only one surviving is Naga Siren. So,
Dire's middle tower.
No buyouts from that fight. It was just the survivability of those heroes. Managed to outlast that team fight and just get the pickoffs that they needed. So actually that was really, really well played by Pacific, to be perfectly honest, and we have a look at all the gold and experience now. Even more in favour of Pacific. I mean, as we've said, he probably had a heart attack after relocating there into 5, but they did manage to turn that fight around, and I mean, looking at the items now, for a brief look while we have a chance. Wisp is doing alright, he's going to have that mech up. Alchemist AC going for a BKB it looks like, but it might be something else. Does it later. Ghost Scepter picked up on Lennon now, and he's got 8 charges back up onto his Bloodstone off the last 5. BKB on the Queen of Pain just picked up. Rubik going for a jumps looks like. And this guy's, he's getting close to his BKB, just needs 1,600 gold, so not too far. Visage, not too much. Puck, about 2,000 to his Hex, so not the end of the game. Naga Siren, 2,200 gold in the bank, so could be going for a core item soon, but nothing quite yet. And then Sven just got general support items. And now they're going to be finding LK in the jungle yet again. BKB popped by the Queen of Pain. They're going to be able to take him out. Stun going off. The Queen of Pain is actually going to die now to the Visage stuns, but Alchemist, Wisp TPing into the fight, going to be able to pick off SD. Buyout from the Clinks. He's coming back in. He wants blood, but they're just going to be able to rotate out using the Wisp tether. Lennon is still there though. Are they going to be able to get him? Silence going to be going off by LK. Instant flying out, and he's just going to kill himself. He just killed himself. And meanwhile on top lane, ABBA is going to get picked off by that Wisp Alchemist combo coming back in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alchemist now getting to that point of the game where he's quite scary. Can have the BKB up very, very soon. Charging up his stun, so Sven says, no, I'm actually not going to do that. But Bugs have routine now, left all alone, but no, they're not going to go on him.
That's good fast to know.
We'll be getting some farm up. And in terms of gameplay, how can Myth bring this back? I think they need to start playing a little bit more Rap Dota, using Bungsal routine and his illusions to push the lanes out. That's going to be the most important part of the gameplay, I'd have to say. Klinks really wants to get pickoffs, but he just doesn't have the damage yet. And he really needs to get a BKB up. And the problem, the biggest problem with Klinks against a Wisp is that if he doesn't have that BKB up, they can just instantly relocate on top of him whenever he tries to go for a gank, so he needs to use the illusions to push out, not his hero. It's unfortunate. Looks like he's going for a Manta though. And Mech has been picked up now on the Wisp, so he's quite happy, as well as a gem.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
Visage being quite sneaky and picking off the courier. In terms of gameplay, looks like they're going to be going for the Roshan as their next big play. They've got the AC up, 2.3k gold, BKB. Shadowblade, no problem. Going to be seeing maybe some kind of an damage item next. Maybe going for the Basher. Basher would be quite nice, but even some kind of AoE like a Mjolnir would not be a bad choice, just to kind of get rid of all the illusions that the Naga's going to be sending out once she gets up that Manta.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the net worth just kind of skyrocketing for the Alchemist, only to 7,500 gold lead, experience 15,000, which is really telling about how this game is going. So this might be going to the game 3, quite honestly. Oops, sorry. Top lane Puck just kind of hanging out there alone. Going to be rotating back, and there's going to be a push on the tier 3 tower, and ST now getting initiated on stun. Is going to be flying out from the Alchemist. He's going to be taking a lot of damage, and he might in fact fall from this. Looks like he will be dying. No, maybe not. He's going to get mech'd up and going to be okay. And man, Sky just hitting that tower down so fast. The attack speed with the overcharge is just insane. And ABBA is not finding the opportunity to go in, but Song of the Siren is going to be initiated. He might be able to catch 3 or even 4 if he can get all of them just in the corner there. And ABBA, is he going to do it? Yeah, he is going to blink in and get silenced instantly. Scream of Pain going to be going out. Sonic Wave, sorry, and he's going to drop down now. Song's self routine, next one in trouble. Puck is going to buy out, saying, oh god, I can't let this happen, I can't let this happen. Is he going to be able to get off an ultimate? No, it looks like he's not going to bother to. He's just going to let the racks fall. He knows that this is a losing fight, and he'd rather have his ultimate up for the next time they fight. Alko, meanwhile, trying to do some split pushing, but he just doesn't have the damage up yet. This is going to be the death of the racks. But no, Puck wants to go in. Alchemist's going to be charging up the sun. They're dropping a sentry ward. He's going to find nobody. They might be able to turn this around and go at him. No, he's actually, Sven's going to come forward and get stunned. Queen of Pain instantly going to go in, target down ABBA might be the next one to die. But no, Queen of Pain, showstopper getting very, very low. In fact, she is going to blink away on 14 health. Just manages to make it out. Alchemist popping that BKB to get away. Nagasari now does pick up that Manta, and on top lane, no, in the jungle, Clicks does manage to pick off Showstopper, who was on a mere 14 health. Wisp rotating in, no, out with the Rubik, and I think Wisp is saying, no, I'll go die. Or is he going to take him back? No, he picks up a Blink Dagger in the base, so he might be able to make some... Yeah, he does actually manage to blink away. Visage misses the stuns, and is he going to be able to make away from this? He can close enough to the creep wave, he will be able to tether to it. Puck trying to chase him down desperately. Can they catch sight of him? Are we going to see some mad input? No, Puck's going to blink onto him. Silence is going to be going down, and Visage is going to score that last hit using his nuke. Gem is going to be taken.
Behold!
So Puck with a gem now will be able to do some dewarding, which would be very good for them. But Alchemist is just so scary. He's got 5k gold in the bank, maybe going to pick up an Abyssal, maybe going to pick up a Mjolnir, like I said, just for some AoE damage. But, yeah, I think they might have to start giving some more farm to Sven, TNK, because TNK is pretty much the only carry, I would say, that can reliably outcarry an Alchemist at the moment. I mean, both of them are good carriers, but Nagasari is a bit more of a split pusher, and they're just not finding the opportunities to do split pushing. Okay, running around trying to get a pick off. I'm sorry, the random laughter is because I'm reading chat and you guys are kind of funny sometimes. Okay, now, got the BKB up, so he might not die as much. That's going to be very good for him. I mean, he is 7 to 8 at the moment. SD going for that Argonim Scepter. Wisp picked up the Blink Dagger like we said, but lost that gem. Full stuff will be up very soon on Mr. Puka Puka. Looks like Shiva's Guard is going to be the item pickup. Hex is finally done on the Puck, even after that buyout. Puck now picking up a smoke. They might be going for a bit of a gank. That's it. I don't remember if he always had brown boots or if he sold his boots to get that. I don't think he would have sold his boots, but anyway, Aegis can be reclaimed finally in 1 minute. Basha can be picked up, so it looks like he will be going for the Abyssal Blade. And they are going to be smoking up now, most likely. Ready to try and get a pick off, and Naga's just not finding the opportunities to split bluish like you'd hope she would. I mean, when you go for that Manta Radiance build, it's because you want to have, you know, one illusion this lane, one illusion this lane, one illusion this lane, one illusion here, one illusion here, one illusion here, one illusion here. You know, just farming everywhere at once. And while she is trying to do that, they're just picking off the illusions way too fast because they're not tank enough yet. They're only 1.6k health.
Is under attack.
She really needs to get up something like a, you know, a hard and a butterfly. And we're just going to be seeing Pacific 2 playing quite defensively. They don't want to throw the game. Since, you know, they do have the advantage at the moment. They've gotten the racks down. Gold-wise, definitely in their favour. Experience-wise, definitely in their favour. Quap now picks up a Hex too, so maybe this is going to be the item that they're waiting for to make a play.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
I think this is going to
is
come
under
down
attack.
to Hex Wars. We're going to be seeing Puck blinking into Quap trying to get a Hex off on him because they seem to have some kind of personal problem with each other. But LK just farming in the neutrals. I mean, of course, LK, I cannot forget to mention him, but LK can rip through towers. Once he gets up something like a Daedalus or, you know, MKB, something like that, he'll be able to just dominate the towers. Just pew. Skadi is another nice item choice for him. We're going to be seeing Clinks just still farming. In mid lane, looks like Pacific going to be trying to make a play, or at least pressuring the lanes out. I mean, Roshan isn't up for another couple of minutes. There's no real reason why they need to push. Actually, no, they're going to be going for the courier.
Radiant's courier has been
What a
killed.
play! So Wisp just gonna, you know, use his ult there to pick the courier
Radiant's
off.
middle tower is under attack.
I don't know what the courier was doing over there. I was trying to give an item, maybe to
Radiant's middle tower
Clinks,
has
who's
fallen.
like, oh god, help me, 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 help me. And what was actually on the courier? Crystallis was on the courier, so that's a pretty big loss, especially for Clinks, who really needs those damage items, like I was saying. Just looking at buyout. I mean, at the moment, if they did pick a fight, Alchemist is really the only one with buyout on the side of Pacific 2, so now would theoretically be the ideal time for them to fight, but unfortunately Mith.Trust have no way of knowing that. Only I know that. Ruff, 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 ruff. And smoke up on the side of Myth. But they're probably not going to find anyone. I mean, both teams are playing just so defensive, and I think they're just waiting for that Roshan. Roshan is up in about 1 minute, and they know if they lose the Aegis, it's going to be a hard game. And of course, if Myth can get the Aegis, they should be able to get a racks up fairly easily, so it's going to be coming down to this next Roshan fight. And I'm going to give the advantage of the Roshan pit to Myth. It's going to depend on the Naga, but of course Naga can just wait till the last second. They can scout it out with the Visage Familiars, and then once the Roshan's quite low, Naga can just sing. But of course, we might be seeing mass BKB pops. As soon as the Roshan gets low, Abyssal Blade picked up now, he's got the buyout. And, oh my god, Clink's just going crazy. He's got a double damage. He's going to be going straight for that Rubik. And Alchemist is actually going to stun himself, but TLK doesn't care. He's just going to let him go. They really want to kill this Naga illusion off. But yeah, so Naga can just use that Song of the Siren to try and steal the Aegis. But of course, yeah, BKB is up on the Queen of Pain, BKB is up on the Alchemist. They could just pop that at the last second. We have seen that before. I mean, that's usually how they play. And actually, Klink's can get another pickup. Man, he's making work of this DD, getting out the Wisp as well. gem now picked up. They're sick of the clinks. They've had enough. TNK almost got his BKB, which will help a fair bit, but I mean ultimately he kind of needs like a Chrysalis at this point if he's going to be able to carry, and he hasn't gone for any levels in cleave until now, so level 1 cleave at level 13, we need to be hoping for level 3 cleave. And actually Queen of Pain going to be initiating in on ABBA, going to be respawning, but nope, not going to be enough, and gem going to be dropped on the ground, so that's another gem coming with the Way of Pacific 2, and a really nice pick off, and maybe ABBA being a little bit out of position, being so far aggressively up, he should know that they're going to be able to, you know, initiate on him very quickly like that. There's no way he can pop a BKB that quickly. And this is going to be the fall of the Roshan, because Roshan is up now. ABBA does not have buyout. He's a very far away from it, because he did just pick up the piece of travel, so that's going to be a free Aegis to Sky. And they do know what's happening, they're well aware, but can they stop it? I don't think so. I mean, the best thing they can really do is hope Nagasar can get a Song of the Siren off. We're going to be sending the illusions in to try and scout it out. But no, Naga's not going to bother with trying to sink to steal it. They're just going to let that Aegis fall, and Queen of Pain picks up the Aegis, so she's going to be looking at Puck even more aggressively, if that's even possible. And they will catch sight of LK. LK is going to have to watch out. He's going to get hexed out, little invisible piggy. Silence coming out as well, but he's popping that BKB, going to try and TP out, and he should be fine. Alchemist is not close enough because he did stun himself.
Dire's middle tower is
44 minutes into the game. I mean, alright, so what can Mith.Trust do? I mean, they need to stop going alone, because ultimately they're losing, you know, getting picked off quite a lot when they're off alone, and that was a 10-second BKB? Yeah, 10-second BKB just waste for Clinks then, just because he almost got picked off, so... I mean, ultimately that's bad. No, but that's not what you want. You want to be able to use that 10-second BKB for the first big team fight that you're going to be able to win. And he's used it now, so he's going to have to watch out. It's on cooldown for another 30 seconds, and he's very lucky that Pacific are not pushing at the moment. But if they were, he'd be in a lot of trouble, and they're going to catch sight of Bunksilver OT. He's going up to top lane to do a little bit of pushing. 4 of them going to be heading that way. Alchemist charging up his stun. Nagasar going to be sending her Manta illusions out. Probably not going to be able to catch sight of her. She's a quite speedy hero. Just going to be stunning himself yet again, but Queen of Pain is there. Song of the Siren going to be popped. She's going to TP out instantly. There's no way she can fight that. Daedalus picked up on the Clinks now. He does not have buyout. He's just, I guess he's just hoping to get a pick off because he does have that double damage room, but he's going to have to watch out because there's 5 heroes coming down towards his way. Lennon now charging quite aggressively. He does not have enough of the Shivas. Got enough of buyout though, and that's going to have to be what their concern is. The fact that even if Myth manages to kill off Pacific, they're going to be able to buy out, and this is kind of the big problem. And Fenn's going to be flying out, just trying to delay this push as much as possible. Nagasar does not have the Song of Siren for 20 seconds. Puck going to be going into initiation, trying to take down Showstopper. Showstopper's got that BKB as well as the Aegis. BKB is going to be popped as well as the Aegis, but TNK, Sven is going to die for that, and now Sky doing so much damage. LK forced to run away. Queen of Pain chasing him down. Hex is on cooldown though, so he's not being able to do anything. But Sky now wanted to take out SD, but no, he changes his mind, says no, I'll just kill the Racks off, and Rubik is going to fall to the Puck, but Puck does not have enough. He doesn't have enough damage to take down that, and sorry, Sky is going to die now, but instant buyout. Net going to be flying out to Showstopper, and Showstopper is going to be the next one to die, so Lennon going to be able to get away, and Alchemist is he was considering TPing into 5. No, sorry, 4, because Sven is dead, but... And now they're going to be trying to take down that tier 2 tower. There's still 3 dead, but Queen of Pain is probably the biggest problem, but she does have buyout, so... I mean, what she might wait for is for them to overextend. And now Sky going to be going really aggressively. Ned is going to miss though due to lack of vision. I'm trying to use those illusions to push down the tower. But Creep Wave just gets, the push just gets delayed so much by the acid spray. By the chakram, just takes down the creeps very, very quickly. And now Oh, they're being sneaky, guys. They're going to go in for that second Rags. Instant teleportation back by Sven, but what can Sven really do? If he can take that Wisp out, maybe he can help out, but no. He's just going to get stunned, and they're just going to TP back to base after taking that Rags. Rat Dodo. Argonim's almost up on SD, but I don't know if it's going to be too little too late. He is almost level 16 as well, so it will be quite a significant amount of damage then, but yeah, it's kind of negligible when you've got an Alchemist with that much health, and he's probably going to be picking up something like a Satanic or a Heart next. I've got to pick up something to just make him ultra tanky, ultra hard to kill, and he's got enough damage. Well, he's got a bit of damage. I mean, he got LK, man, playing with fire. He might be able to find a DD rune. No, Alchemist is going to pick that DD rune up, so they're going to have to watch out. And LK now, no, not going to be able to get a kill on Lennon either. He can't find anyone because they are kind of 5-manning in the same area. And I mean, if we look at the gold graph, slight dip back up after the last team fight, about 8,000 gold. Experience is evening out as well, but unfortunately they've got 2 Raxes down, so it's very hard to come back from that point. Because it has been done before, and it will be done again, and it could be done now. Gonna have to see how Mith.Trust play this. Alright. Item-wise, TNK picked up that BKB finally. Manta, Heart is up on Bunk's T as well, and he's actually going to go in for initiation. It's going to be the team fight to change the game. They're actually going to take down Sky very, very quickly. Queen of Pain drops out that Sonic Wave, not going to be enough. Puck now going to dropping out, but he doesn't really care. They are going to get Leonard. Nice triple stuns coming out from that Visage. Beautiful micro. There's going to be 3 dead, and instant buyout from Puck too. This might be the time when they just go straight for that throne. They do have the Wisp there. They do have Rubik still alive, but buyback is on cooldown for the Alchemist. Buyback is not available for the Timbersaw. The only one who can buy back is the Queen of Pain, and can she really defend against this kind of push with her ultimate on cooldown?
I'm in a world of pain. It's wonderful.
Queen of Pain is going to buy out, doing her best to defend, but they've got 40 seconds until the Alchemist is out, and they're just going to go for kills. They want to take out the Queen of Pain yet again. She has brought out Stun going to be flying. She's just going to... Is she going to drop? Yes, Queen of Pain is going to drop. And Clinks is even going to pick off Mr. Puka Puka. So Queen of Pain now is going to be out for at least 80 seconds. Alchemist is going to be respawning, but isn't going to be enough, and they're going to be able to take this Rax down. This could be a huge turnaround. The only one with buyout at the moment is... No, they're going to go straight for the throne. 20 seconds on Alchemist. Can they get to the throne in 20 seconds? Here they go. TNK has got his ultimate up now, so he's probably just going to cast that. And here we go. They are going for it. They are going for the throne. TNK getting very, very low. He's going to have to watch out. Is he going to pop the BKB? They're just hitting the throne down. Alchemist out in 3 seconds. Come on, hit the throne, hit the throne. Just hit the throne. Oh, because Song of the Siren was going off. They couldn't hit the throne. That'd be why. TNK whacking it down with the huge damage he does. Alchemist trying his best to defend. They might be able to get it down. LK is going to be enough though. The throne is on 500, 400, 200, 100 health. And they are going to be able to get the throne. So, GG, well played to Mith.Trust. I don't even remember, was this game 1 or game 2? This must have been game 2. Well, anyway, GG, well played. That was a pretty interesting game, to say the least, and the end of that game was wow, really nice turnaround there by Mith.Trust. And thank you to the sponsors of the tournament, Gigabyte, Western Digital, Corsair, and Dota Talk. And thank you everyone for watching. If you have any feedback, my Facebook is down below. Please send me a message there if you have anything you want me to do or not do when I'm casting, because I do want to improve and learn how to do it better, so I always love feedback. But anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some more games coming up tomorrow. But that's enough for me tonight. That was a nice ending. Bye!